Here with Mules and Jennies cross country coach Kirk Pedersen. Mules and Jennies both off to pretty good starts this year. Kirk, take us back 2 weeks and talk about the SBU Twilight Meet. The Mules captured the team title. The Jennies didn't enter a full team, but still had some good performances as well. Just talk a little bit about that meet.
Well, that was that was our first competition. We treated that more like a time trial or a scrimmage. It was an opportunity to get some of our underclassmen, I guess, ready for college cross country and get them in a meet. We didn't run a lot of our upperclassmen, didn't feel like we needed that. And so, that was just a tune-up, and fortunate that we had enough depth in the guys to beat SBU, a good team from last year. So we're happy with that.
Now move ahead a week. You hosted the Central Missouri Mule Run last week. Great performance on the men's side. Adam Treadaway wins the individual title. I think the Mules had 9 of the top 11 runners. And then on the women's side, a third place finish, but Megan Glayman wins the title on the women's side, and some really good performances there as well. Just talk a little bit about each team's performance last week at the Mule Run.
Well, I think our men's team has a lot of upperclassmen leadership right now. They're a team that maybe has a little chip on their shoulder because they didn't perform that well last year. We returned Lavin Cialo, who was injured last year, and so they're off to a very good start. We had a couple freshmen in there they run well also. So pleased with that. That's not the best competition that we're going to see throughout the year. So it looks really good, scoring 15 points, but we'll have to perform at a high level when we go up to Minnesota in 2 weeks. We'll see a lot of our region. Our women's team, it lacks some depth this year, but I think we have several athletes that have improved dramatically over the past year, and Megan Glayman, you mentioned, one. She's hopefully will be one of the top runners in this conference and maybe have a chance to qualify for nationals. So pleased with that, and a lot of the girls coming back and what they've been able to do.
You mentioned it briefly. Now looking ahead, you've got this weekend off. Next weekend you go up to Minnesota to the Roy Griak Invite up at the University of Minnesota. Talk about that meet, and you said you'll see some of the in-region teams.
Well, the Northern Sun Conference is very strong in cross country, and they are in our region, and so I think it's important for us to see where we stack up with some of those schools, and we'll also see some conference schools up there. So it's a very strong Division II field. There's lots of races up there, and we'll be in a Division II race only for both men and women, but there'll be 30-some teams, and it'll be very competitive, and I think we need that after the first 2 meets that we've had were pretty small and not as competitive as what we'll see at the end of the year.
All right, thanks, Coach.
You bet. Thank you.